Hi, this is Kristen. I'll be assisted by Christine and Bella for this Hatha Yoga practice. Hatha Yoga is suitable for everyone as this is a beginners-friendly practice and it balances your body at the same time that helps you to increase the flexibility and the strength. So let's start our practice. To begin our practice, we'll sit in a comfortable position. Have your knees parallel to your pelvis and your palms are resting onto the knees with the top of your thighs. Shoulders are drawing down and your spine is long, eyes are closed. Breathing in nicely through your nose and breathing out completely through your nose. Find the flow of your breath as your breath is equal. Keep your exhalation as long as your inhalation. Each inhalation is refreshing to your body and your mind. Each exhalation, you feel the relaxation all over your body. You stay calm and relaxed. Have a few moments to enjoy this breath work. Find this is a mindful practice. Find a soothing effect. Getting yourself mentally ready and physically prepared. In your next breath, slowly open up your eyes. Now for the warm-up exercise, let's interlace the fingers, turn the palms out, and inhale, stretch the arms up over the head. You'll be stretching your arms up towards the ceiling. You really lengthen the spine upward. Your side trunks will be activating. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, releasing the hands. Cup your fingertips down behind your body. And from here, your fingertips should be pointing forward, so then you allow the external rotation into the shoulders. Your elbows should be straightened. You'll be rolling the shoulders back down as you inhale, sending the chest up. As you exhale, just move the head back, looking up at the ceiling, and your ears are drawn away from the shoulders. Stay for another 5, 4. You're increasing the space into the lungs capacity. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, return to the center. Exhale, take the hands forward. As we're coming into the forward folding position, you stay walking the hands front or just rest the elbows down. Stay with your option. Make sure your hips are still rooting down onto the floor. For another 5 breaths. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale, slowly walk your hands back. As you lean your body forward, coming up onto your knees. For the cat counts, I'll be turning this way so then you can see. Hands and knees position. Your knees should be open as wide as the hips and your knees are just below the hips. You can tuck the toes under. If you find this is difficult, you can point your toes back. Make sure your palms are under your shoulders and your shoulders are rolling back down. So your palms are underneath your shoulders and your shoulders are rolling back. As we inhale, sending the belly forward, lifting the chest up. You're gazing upward to the ceiling. Make sure you're not arching from the lower back. You don't want to create a compression into that area. And as you exhale, you'll be tucking the tailbone under, rounding from the lower back to the middle spine, lifting up with the shoulders, chin towards the chest. And once again, inhale, sending the belly forward again, lifting into the chest. And then exhale, rounding into the spine. Really feel the spinal movement. Again, inhale. And exhale. 2 more times like this. Inhale. And exhale. And the last one, inhale. Extending the spine to the maximum, and we'll stay for 5 counts. For another 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. You stay rounding in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly return to a neutral spine position. Having your toes tucked under. In the next breath, you'll lift the knees off the floor only, just few inches, as we are sending our hips back, keeping the heads in between our arms. And from here, make sure your belly stays closer with the thighs. If it's not, work on lengthening the spine more, and then gently straightening the knees as if you're sending the hips up. You can choose to stay here with the knees bent or so, or if you can, try to lower the heels down onto the floor. This is your downward facing dog. As your first job, maybe you want to bend one knee and then lower down another heel, and then try to do another leg, so then you can really get your back thighs active. And make sure your shoulders stay extending. By pushing the floor away, your spine will be moving upward towards the hips. As you really press down the heels, you'll feel that your back thighs are lengthening upward towards the hips. Stay here for another 5 breaths. For 4, stay lengthening upwards. 3, rotating the shoulders and the arms out with the flat palms onto the floor. For another 2, and 1. Inhale, we'll be looking forward with both of the knees bent. Sending the right foot forwards in between the palms, where you can use your hands to hold on to the ankle. Exhale, the left foot front. So maybe you want to keep your knees bent here, and then holding on to the elbows. Try to straighten the legs if you can, and keep sending the elbows towards the floor. It's a hanging forward bending here. Really get your lower back stretched. Stay for another 5. 4, you can even swing the arms to the side or just stay there for another 3, 2, 1, and then inhale, just releasing the hands. Keep your hands onto the waist, and you return to your standing position with a rounded spine or spine long, and then release the hands here. As we're coming into the sun salutation with your Surya Namaskar, you make sure you stand with your feet together and stand tall, joining the palms at the heart center. Inhale, reaching the arms up, sending the hips forward with the knees straight. Stretch your arms back, looking up at the palms, just a gentle back bend. As you exhale, folding forward with the back straight, reach the fingertips down by the side of the feet or in front of your feet. You can bend with the knees, sending the belly towards the thighs as a deep forward fold. And now inhale, gazing forward only with the back flat. Gently stretch the right leg back. A big step here. Try not to drop the knee down onto the floor. You want to sink into the hip, really get the quad stretch. Placing the palms down, and then exhale the left leg back into the plank position. Shoulders are staying on top of your wrist. Tuck the tailbone under, push up the shoulders. And then gently drop the knees down onto the floor. Sending the chest forward, you bend the elbows into your ribs. Drop the chest and the chin down onto the mat. And from here, inhale, bring the belly down and roll out the chest only. You can point your toes back and make sure the pelvis area stay onto the floor. Your shoulders drawing down, elbows stay bending. Bring the focus onto the front body. As you exhale, push the floor away. Move the hips back. Tuck with the toes, lift with the knees. Again, sending the hips high first. With your knees straight and the heels down. Your down dog again. Find that your spine is lengthened and the back thighs are active. In your next breath, Bending the knees, move forward, send the right foot front in between the palms. Exhale, your left foot front. Bend with the knees if you want as a deep forward fold. And here, join the palms. Inhale, reaching the arms up into a gentle back bend again. Exhale, hands down at the heart center. And now the left side. Inhale, reaching the arms up again. And then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, stretching the left leg back. Exhale with the right leg. Dropping the knees, chest, and the chin down. Inhale into the Cobra position only. Make sure the pelvis area stay onto the floor. Lift more into the chest. Try to bend in the elbows. And then exhale, we'll be moving in to the downward facing dog with the same way. Find that your spine is lengthening rather than just keeping the knees straight and then rounding the spine. In your next breath, sending the left foot forwards in between the palms. Exhale with the right foot, stay with the breath. And then inhale, stretching the arms up into your gentle back bend. Exhale with the hands down. Once again from the right side. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, take the right leg back this time. And then exhale, your left leg. Dropping the knees, chest, and the chin down. Inhale into the Cobra position again. Pelvis area stay on floor. Bella, you can try to bend the elbows a little bit more. So then you bring the focus into the front body as well as the chest. Exhale into your downward facing dog. And inhale, send the right foot forward. Exhale, bring the left foot front. Joining the palms, inhale, reach the arms up. A gentle back bend again. Exhale, hands down. The left side. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, the right leg. Dropping the knees, chest, and the chin down. Inhale, the Cobra position. And exhale into your down dog. Inhale, sending the left foot forwards. Exhale with the right. Joining the palms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Arch your back. Exhale with the hands down. One last round. Inhale, sending the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take the right leg back. Exhale, the left leg back. With the knees, chest, and the chin down. Inhale, roll up into the Cobra. Exhale, into your down dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, the left. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And exhale with the hands down. Last time only to complete with the left. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, taking the hands down. Inhale, left leg steps back. Exhale, the right. Dropping the knees, chest, and the chin down. Inhale, the Cobra position. And exhale into your down dog. Inhale, sending the left foot forwards. Exhale, the right. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And then exhale, taking the hands down. Drop the arms by the side of your thighs for your legs. Make sure your feet stay together. As our first standing balancing posture, your Tadasana or Samasthiti. Make sure the shoulders are drawing down, the chest is lifted, and you keep stretching your fingertips towards the floor. Have your chin stay parallel to the floor. As you're gazing forward, or keep your eyes closed. If you're looking front, make sure you have the gaze stay at your eyes level. Soften the breath as you're normalizing your breath. Feel that your chest is lifting up towards the chin with the inhalation and the exhalation. The shoulders stay drawing down. 5 deep breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In your next breath, softly bring the gaze back And from here, we'll start the standing posture again. We'll be interlacing the fingers, turning the palms out. Inhale, stretching the arms up over the head. Stay pressing the palms up towards the ceiling. And from here, we'll try to lift the toes up as we stay grounding onto the heels. If your toes cannot be lifting, please make sure you have a block. You put a block underneath your toes, or your arch of the feet will be staying onto the block. This pose will really activate your calves as well as your thighs, as your knees will be pulling up to your thighs as the preparation for your standing balancing posture. Again, try not to stick the hips out. Try to roll the tailbone under. Stay here for another 5 breaths. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale, releasing, and then pressing the toes down, and then release the block. Bella, you can take the block out. And from here, we have the side bendings for the side stretching. You'll be having your right palm by the side of the right thigh. Inhale, reaching your left arm up, having the palm facing towards the right. As you exhale, just lengthening the left side of the body towards the right. Make sure the hip is not hiking to one side. Your pelvis stays parallel, and then the chest stays forwards. For another 5 breaths. Find a stretch throughout the left side of the body, the lateral flexion. For another 4, 3, shoulders drawing down away from ears. 2, 1, inhale, reach back up. Exhale, release the left hand and change. Inhale, reaching the right hand up this time. Exhale, lengthening the right side of the body towards the left. Try not to hold the breath. Stay with your breath. Again, find the same sensation, the stretch into the right side of the body. For 5, 4, 3, equal weight, stay onto the feet. 2, 1, inhale, return to the center. Exhale, lower the right hand down. And then now the first balancing posture, with your hands staying onto your waist. In the next breath, you'll be lifting the right leg up. You'll be bending into the right knee from here. You can just hold on to the back of the thigh, or you can hold on to the knee. Flex with the right foot, that is the best. As you exhale, sending the thigh towards the belly. Make sure the body is not leaning back. Think about the chest is still lifting upward towards the ceiling. You bring the focus onto your left leg. Think about the Tadasana again. Your knee will be pulling up towards the thigh. Hold for another 5 breaths. For 4, stay with the breath. 3, 2, 1. And then exhale very gently. Release the leg. And then dropping the foot down. Very good. And change for your left side. Inhale, lifting the left leg. Bend with the knee, find a balance first and holding. As you exhale, sending the thigh towards the belly, and your body should be remain straight up, not leaning back. For 5, 4, have the chin stays parallel to the floor. 3, 2, 1, and exhale. Softly release, dropping the foot down. From here, if your legs are already tired, maybe you want to walk the legs a little bit so then you can get your legs relaxed. And the last standing balancing posture for your tree pose. Again, you have your hands stay onto your waist here. In the next breath, lifting into the right leg, bending into the right knee. From here, you turn the knee out as you really want to open from that right hip. Your knee should be in line with the hip. And take the right hand, bring the right foot against your left inner thigh. If this is not happening, just keep your right foot against your left ankle. Find that balancing posture again. Make sure your pelvis stay in line. Pelvis are pushed forwards and your torso stay in the center. Join the palms at your heart center. You can just choose to stay here. As you inhale, if you can, raising the arms up. Stay lengthening upwards. Find the gaze again. You can look down, you can even keep your eyes closed. Stay for 5, 4, balance and focus. 3, 2, 1, and inhale, bring the hands back to the heart center. Exhale, softly, bring the right knee back to the center, and then gently release, slow it down. Alright, now the left side. Once you're ready, inhale, lift into the left leg, bending into the knee first, and you really want to turn the knee out, really get that external rotation into the hip, and then set the left foot again, stay with your option. Make sure you check the pelvis. This is really important. If you really keep your hip tilted to one side, that is where you get the off balance. Once you're ready, joining the palms, and inhale, raising the arms up if you can. Stay lengthening upward. Find your gaze again. For 5, soften the breath, soften the muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, return to the center. Exhale, very gently, bring the knee back and then release. Walk your legs again if you want as we relax here. And then now for the triangle position, okay? Keeping your hands onto the waist. So in the next breath, I want you to step the right leg back, just a big step. Very good. And then you'll be turning the left foot in, have your right foot turns out, the triangle position. Make sure the heels stay in line here. You can always find the foundation through the feet, through the legs. Just think about all the standing balancing postures. You really want to keep your legs active. And from here, make sure the tailbone is tucked under, so then the pelvis will be pushed forward and then the groin area will be open. And so you can always check the feet distance as you're gently opening the arms out. See whether if your feet are open as wide as your arm's length. Turning the palms out once you find that position, and you'll be sending the hip towards the left, and then you'll be reaching the right arm towards the right side through both of your torso, the side trunks, and you're gently walking the right hand down towards the shin bone. So for Christine, she can go deeper as she can place her right palm down onto the block, just a soft landing onto the block, and her right hip stays moving in. As you see from the side, her whole body is in line. The left arm is straight up. You're not really tensing the muscles here. Your shoulders drawn away from the ears. If you can look up at your left palm. Stay for another 5 breaths. For 4, for Bella, just lengthening the head more forward rather than just looking up. For 4, still moving the hips in. 3, especially the right hip, find that external rotation through the inner thighs. For another 2, and 1. Stay here as you're coming up. In your next breath, you're reaching the left arm up, bring yourself back to the center. Exhale, bring the hands down onto the waist. Find your balance again through the legs. From here, gently turn in the right foot and then turning out the left. So as you turn your feet, try not to turn your torso. You still want to keep that hips area open. Again, you're growing your pelvis. And once you're ready, inhale, opening the arms out, stay at your shoulder side. Turn out the palms from here. Again, think about the hip hiking. You'll be sending the hip towards the right this time, reaching the left hand towards the left through the torso, and then gently placing the palm down with your option. Stay on the block or stay onto the shin bone or the knee, having the right arm straight up. Try not to tilt the chest forward. Think about the lower ribs, stay moving up. For 5, 4, no tension in the body with the neck area. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reaching up with the right hand as you're coming back into the center. Very good. As you return to the center, exhale, bring the hands down onto your waist. And from here, turn your left foot in only and then turning out the right. We'll be getting into the next pose. We'll be getting into the next posture, which is called the Warrior 2. And from here, again, find that your inner thighs are externally rotating. The pelvis will be pushed forwards by tucking the tailbone. In the next breath, you'll be bending into the right knee, sending the right knee on top of the heel, and try to bring the right thigh parallel to the floor. You really want to find that position for Bella, if she has a tighter hip, so maybe she wants to keep the knee just slightly behind the heel. Very good. So let's see this left inner thigh. If the left inner thigh is rolling in, try to roll out. Very good. And keeping the torso just right on top of your pelvis. Once you're in that position, slowly spreading the arms out. You want to keep your shoulders rolling down so then the chest will be broadened. Really reach the stretch towards the fingertips and keep your elbows softened. Especially for Christine, she has the hyperextended elbows. And then slowly turn the head, look to the right palm as a neck rotation only. Very good. Stay for 5. Stay at your shoulders height only. 4. Soften the gaze. 3. Stay with the breath. 2. 1. And then inhale, slowly straighten the right leg. Exhale, hands down onto the waist. And then now, slowly turn in the right foot and then turning out the left. Again, have the heels stay in line. Find your feet position. Again, that is your foundation. This is really important. If you don't have a nice setup, when we're coming into the pose, you will find the balance is not there, especially the inner thighs will not be open because you want to bring the focus onto the feet only. In the next breath, find a position. Again, slowly bending into the left knee. Try not to turn the knee in. For Christine, her knee is bending in slightly. I want her to push out a little bit more so that she has her knee in line with the outer hip. And the right inner thigh stay opening out and try not to turn out the foot. Once she's ready, and then slowly opening the arms out. And then let's check at Bella. Her right thigh should be rotating out more, and then the torso should be erecting. And then looking towards the left palm, soften the gaze here. For 5 breaths, shoulders stay rolling back down. For 4, soften the elbows. 3, 2, 1. And then inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bring the hands down onto the waist. And from here, turn in the left foot and then turning out the right foot. Have the heels stay in line here again. Always check the feet before you're coming into the posture. And for the side angle, I will give Christine a block. I will set a block outside of the right foot. And then for Bella, she will come into a more beginners-friendly posture. As we're ready, inhale, bending into that right knee again, as we always start from the right. And from here, we'll be slowly opening the arms out at the shoulders height again, like the Warrior 2. So think about this pose is a combination of the first 2 poses, like the triangle, like the Warrior 2. For Christine, she will turn her palms out like the Warrior 2, and for Bella, she will turn the palms facing up towards the ceiling. As Christine is lengthening her body towards the right side, and then she gently placing her right palm down onto the block, and then she reaching the left arm towards the front, the shoulders stay drawing down, and then the hips stay lifting. And for Bella, she'll be having her right elbow bent, and then she'll be resting her right arm onto the thigh, and then she'll be reaching the left arm towards the right side. Reaching over the head, and find the stretch is from your left foot towards the left fingertips. Stay for another 5 breaths. For 4, 3, stay turning the lower ribs upward. 2, 1. Coming back like a triangle position. In the next breath, reach up with the left hand, back to knee straight. Exhale with the hands down on the waist. Very good. And then now slowly turn in the right foot and then turn out the left. Again, I will set a block outside of Christine's left foot. And once we are ready, gently bending into the left knee with your inhale and then reaching the arms out again. Stay with your option. And then exhale, reaching into the pose, landing the palm or landing the left arm onto the thigh. Reach the right hand forward, come into the nice angle. From the right foot towards the right fingertips. Stay for 5, not really resting the weight onto the left leg. For 4, still finding that external rotation into the right inner thigh. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach up with the right hand, back to the center. knee is straight. Exhale, bring the hands down on the waist. Very good. And then now we slowly turn the left foot in only without turning out the right. Just stay like this. Again, check your feet distance here. You really want to keep your toes turned inward and then with the heels out. So then when you come into this standing wide-legged fold position, your toes are not opening like this. You want to find a balance through the feet again. Once you're ready, let's check our feet distance. We'll be opening the arms out again. See whether if our feet are open as wide as our arms. You can always adjust throughout the pose. And once we're ready, bring the hands down onto the waist. Draw the shoulders down, keep your chest broad and lifted. As we exhale, slowly folding forward from the hips. As you use your hands to move the hips back and you're reaching the torso forward, stay like this as your chest is parallel to the floor, not going any forward than that. For Bella, she will just stay here as she has a tight lower back. She has a hunching position into the back area. And for Christine, as she keeps shifting her gaze, as she keeps sending the top of the head down towards the floor, and she will find that she is using her legs to balance into this posture. She is not using the head with the arms. Very good. If you can, sending the top of the head down towards the floor, or just stay like this with the chest parallel to the floor. For 5, 4, again finding that external rotation into the inner thighs, so then you'll be staying on the outer edge of the feet. For another 3, 2, 1, inhale. Christine will be lifting her head up, just gazing forward with a flat back. And from here, we'll try to grab onto our big toes. So we'll be taking our first 2 fingers, holding onto the big toes like this. As you're grabbing from inside, you can keep your thumbs onto the floor for a better balance when then holding onto your big toes. So again, as we inhale, just shifting the gaze forward, lengthen through the whole spine, from the lower back towards the crown of the head. As we exhale, bending the elbows out only, and then keep pushing the shoulders upward, and then again, shifting the gaze down as we keep sending the top of the head towards the floor. If it's not, just stay at wherever you are. Make sure the elbows is bent out, not bent in. If you keep your elbow bent in, you see the rounded spine position. Make sure the elbows stay moving out, so then the shoulders can be elevating. Again, stay for another 5 breaths. Stay onto your feet as your legs position. For 4, 3, no tension in the neck. 2, 1, inhale, gazing forward only. Exhale, release the hands. Keep your hands onto the waist. And inhale, slowly come up into your standing position. Very good. How you guys feel? All about the legs work. Okay. All right. And now we are coming into the warrior 1. In the next breath, we'll be turning the right toes out only. Again, as we begin from the right side. So from here, you'll be lifting into the back heel, internally rotating the left hip inward, so then your body should be turning towards this side or facing towards the right leg. Adjust your left foot if you need to. If you need more balance or need more space to keep your pelvis in line, you can always step your left foot more towards the left side in order to come into the position better. And once you find that position, check at the hips. Make sure your hips stay squared. They are moving into the same direction. Once you're ready, you really want to lift the pelvis up like this, so then you're not setting the hips back down when you're coming into the warrior 1. In the next breath, should be slowly bending into her right knee. The thigh should be parallel to the floor, and then the knee is staying on top of the heel again. We're just slightly behind, like how Bella is doing. And once you find a position, you're slowly reaching the arms up over the head. And in this position, we're not really joining the palms, we're interlacing the fingers. We want to think about there is a block in between our palms, so then we can keep our shoulders activated. As we keep reaching the stretch towards the fingertips, towards the ceiling, your shoulders are drawn away from the ears. Again, the chin is parallel to the floor. You're not tucking the chin towards the chest. Stay here for another 5 breaths. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Inhale, gently straighten the right leg. Exhale, bring the hands down onto the waist. And from here, slowly turn in the right foot and then turning out the left. Adjust with the same way. Maybe you want to lift the back heel again and then turning in the hip. So then you land the back foot down. Find your position again. Once you're ready, lifting into the pelvis. Think about the pubic bones and moving up towards the belly. And then inhale, bending into the left knee from here. Very good. Your left thigh again parallel to the floor. Your left knee is just in line with the heel and then in line with the outer hip as well. Once you're ready, sweeping the arms up, reaching the stretch upward again. Your chest is broad. Your shoulders are active. Stay for another 5. Try not to hold the breath when you're holding into the position. For 4, 3, very good. 2, 1. Inhale, straighten the left leg again. Exhale, bring the hands down. Find your balance. Again, turn your body facing to the right side. So then you'll be turning out the right toes back and then turning in the left hip. Really adjusting into the feet again. As your left hip stays turning in, find that your hips are squaring. As here we're coming into the folding position, you feel that the back thighs will be working. Once you're ready, roll the shoulders back down again. Keep your chest broad. As we inhale, really lift, extension in the spine. Exhale, use the hands to send the hips back and you're slowly folding forward from your hips. Reaching the chest and the torso forward. Just having the chest parallel to the floor only. For Bella, she'll be staying there. For Kristen, as she reach forwards and she'll be taking the hands down by the side of her right foot. She can cup her fingertips down or with the flat palms, or if you want to reach in this position, you can also use blocks here. As her belly and the thighs get closer, and if she can, she will send her elbows out again as she's folding in, sending the forehead towards the shin bone. Very good. Stay here. For another 5. Really feel into the legs. For 4, find a sense of balancing through the feet, through the back thighs. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Inhale, slowly, gaze forward and you come up. Bring the hands on the waist for Kristen as you return into the standing position. Very good. Exhale, turn the body facing towards the left side. So then you turn out the left toes again, turning in the right hip, moving in with the same way. So then you really rotate the right hip inwards, stay on the outer edge of your right foot. Find that your hips are squared, shoulders drawing down. Inhale, really lift into the chest. Exhale, folding in, sending the hips back. So then the hips are not rolling up. You really want to get your lower back lengthened and then slowly come into your option. Very good. Stay with your breath. For 5, for Bella, there is no tension in the neck area, just looking down at the top of the mat. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And from here, inhale, just looking forwards. Soften the front leg, releasing the hands, placing the palms down onto the floor. And you gently step the left leg back into your down dog. Maybe walking the legs. Relax your legs here for a while. Breathing in deeply. And then breathing out nicely. And in your next breath, very gently drop the knees down onto the floor. As we're coming into the camel pose, you have the options here. For Bella, she'll be having her toes tucked under. For Kristen, she'll be having her feet flat as the toes are pointing backwards. Find your knees are open as wide as the hips and you're slowly coming up onto the knees. Or you can always use a towel, place it underneath the knees here. And then here, placing your palms to support your lower back. In this position, rolling the shoulders down again, so then you'll find that your elbows are moving into one another. So in the backward bending position, you really want to feel into the front body rather than the back. So you don't want to get the compression into the back, as your front body will be lengthened into the back bending. So in the next breath, lifting the chest fully upwards as a spinal extension. As we exhale, just use the hands to send the hips forward. No rushing into dropping the head. As neck is really sensitive, you don't want to get that injury. So as her chest stays lifting and then the hips stays moving forwards and her head will be dropping back down like this. As she'll be looking up at the ceiling only, the ears and the shoulders stay drawing from each other. In this position, Bella will just stay there. For Kristen, she can slowly stretch one hand down towards the heel and then another, placing the flat palms onto the top of the heels. Again, her chest stays lifting and then the hip stays inching forwards. There's no tension in her neck area. Very good. Stay breathing. For 5. How are you, Bella? For 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Bring the hands to support the back first. As she's slowly inching herself back up. Very good. Dropping the hands down onto the floor. We'll be coming into the child's pose. Joining the big toes. Open the knees, slightly wider than the hips. Lower the hips down towards the heels. Stay walking the hands forwards. Good. So in this child's pose, you really want to keep the hips pressing down so then you can really lengthen this area as a relaxation of the spine. It's not really overarching the spine here for Bella. Stay rolling back down of the hips. Think about the sitting bones are really getting closer to your heels as you stay with your breath. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So in the next breath, you'll be slowly walking your hands back towards the knees. And from here, bring the knees together. And then lifting the hips up, I want you to turn the heels out. Bring your palms onto your calves, externally rotating the calves here so then you can really lower your hips down towards the floor. For Bella, she'll be using a block because her toes are turned out because of the tightness of the thighs. For us, or maybe for Kristen, she can just sit down onto the floor. Bella, can you take the block, sit down on the block? Will I help her? What do you think? Yeah. Anything? Okay. All right. All right, so Bella now is sitting on the block and her knees will be together, the thighs are lengthened. And in this position, please make sure that the heels are by the side of the hips and the toes are pointing back. Make sure the toes are not turning out like this. You're really hurting the ankles. In this position, you really want to make sure you're pressing down into the top of the ankles so then you can get the knees dropping down towards the floor. As we're not going down, we want to increase more space for our spine. We'll be interlacing the fingers, turning the palms out. Inhale, stretching the arms up over the head only. Stay pressing the palms upward. You really find the length into the spine as you stay reaching up. For another 5 breaths. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, releasing the hands. Just cup the fingertips down by the side of your legs. From here, lean your body slightly towards the right side and you're gently unfolding the left leg. Keeping the left leg straight only. So for those people who have the hyperextended knee, this is an amazing tool. You can put a towel underneath the left knee, especially for Kristen. Her knee tends to hyperextend it most of the time, so she really needs to get that props. And in this position, some of us are already having the hip tilt to one side. That is where we want to get the block here. So find that your sitting bones are really resting down onto the floor. You can even roll the hips out. So then you keep the flesh of your hips out and then the sitting bones will be pressing down onto the floor. You can keep your knees slightly apart or together, that is your option. Or you can even use your strap to loop around your thighs. You can do that. So make sure your left foot is flexed, so then the back thigh will be lengthened. If you're pointing the toe like this, so then the knee is popping upwards. So find your position. Once we're ready, Inhale, we'll be reaching the arms up. As we exhale, stretching the hands forward along with your body. Just look in between the palms as if you are sending something forward. As you stay stretching forward, your hands will be beyond your foot. From there, you'll be holding. And in this position, you can see whether if you can come into a deeper fold. For some of you, you already rounded the spine. For some of you, you may not be able to hold on to your foot. So from there, you'll be using the strap. And then I'll get 2 blocks ready for Bella as well. For Christine, she'll stay there first. As you use the strap, that will really help you to get into the position. So if you already have the tight hamstring, a lot of times your toes will be pointing forwards, so you really want to hold like this. And then Bella will be having the blocks like that. As she hold closer towards the foot, she'll be bending her elbows, rest the elbows onto the blocks with just the arms. And for Christine, she'll be lengthening more forwards as she is inching her chest. The elbows are bent out to the side, not dropping towards the floor. The chest will be moving forward, the shoulders will be pulling back, and she slowly lower her body down onto her leg. As the forehead is really getting closer towards the shin bone for Christine. For 5, 4, stay there. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gazing forward only. And then release, reaching the arms up. Exhale, placing the hands down by the side of your legs. Very good. And then now lean your body towards the left and you're gently unfolding the right leg. Take your time. Always do this very carefully and very gently. And then now gently folding in into your left side. Do it with the same way as the calf is turning out. Remember, your heel is by the side of the hip, the toes are pointing back. Again, find that length into the back of the right thigh as you flex into that right foot. And really make sure, again, the sitting bones are resting down on floor or onto the block. Once you're ready, inhale, reaching up. Find that length from your side trunk, reaching towards the fingertips. As you exhale, you're reaching forwards. Stretch with the arms as your hands are beyond the foot, and from there you're holding. We'll use a strap like Bella. Very good. Coming into a deep forward fold like Christine. Remember, the elbows are bending out. Again, if you're dropping the elbows towards the floor, this is the rounded spine already. Stay moving out. Stay pushing the shoulders backward towards the spine as you're reaching down the forehead towards the shin bone. Very good. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale, gazing forward, reaching the arms up. Exhale, dropping the hands down. Very good. And then gently unfolding the left leg. Take your time. Shake your legs and relax. This is a very good position to really keep our thigh lengthened. For some people, they have the shortness of the thigh. This is actually one of the amazing postures you can practice. And then now we're coming into the sit-up forward fold position. You can still sit on the block or sitting down onto the floor is fine. And then here, placing your palms to your hips, you really roll out the flesh of the hips again. Find that sitting bones are really poking towards the floor. Again, the back thighs should be lengthened. And then the toes are pointing towards the body as you flex into the feet. Again, Christine will be using the towel underneath her knees, so then she will prevent herself going into the hyperextended. And for some of us, if the legs can't be joined together, it's because of tightness into the legs. You may want to use a strap to loop around your thighs. All right, let's get into the position. As we inhale, sweeping the arms up, reaching the stretch upward towards the fingertips. Exhale, stretch the hands forward again. Stay lengthening forward through the side trunks. Again, check your hands, whether if your hands are beyond your feet. And from there, you'll be holding the outside of the feet. And for Bella, she'll be using a magical tool to hold. As Christine will be going deeper, inhale, reaching forwards. Again, exhale, bending the elbows out, push the shoulders back, and then really rest whole body down. For Bella, she can always grab 2 blocks. Put the blocks underneath her elbows so then she can rest. Very good. Stay for 5, 4. The spine is lengthened more forwards. Another 3, 2, 1. And inhale slowly, reaching the hands up. And exhale, placing the palms down just by the side of the body. And from here, we're coming into the twisting. So for twisting, I myself prefer to sit on the block. So Christine, Bella, let's sit on the block. As we're doing an open twist here, you really find a lot of space when you're doing the twisting, especially in this one. Again, finding that sitting bones, resting down onto the block. And from here, we'll be bending into the left knee. So your left knee is moving out, and then the heel is in line with the outer hip. It's not necessarily to send the heel towards your hip. It can be slightly forward, so then you have more space to come into the twist. As the knee is outside, so then it's in line with the outside of the chest or your ribs. And make sure that right foot is flexed again, so then the right leg is not moving, or the hip is tilting to one side. And you'll be having your right palm placing behind in line with your spine. You can cup your fingertips down as we inhale, lifting the left hand up, bending into the left elbow, send the left elbow inside of the left leg. In this position, make sure you find the resistance into the leg and the arm. As we inhale, lengthening the chest upward. Exhale, use your left hand to push the left leg away, so then you'll be turning the chest out. As a twist, make sure you generate the twist from your sideways, so then the chest can be open. Find that your shoulders are moving in line. Very good. Again, it's not necessarily to turn the head, so you want to find that shoulders position first as you reach to the maximum stretch and twist. For another 4, 3, shoulders drawing down, 2, 1, inhale, look forward only. Exhale, softly release. Very good. Gently straighten the left leg. Let's begin bending into the right knee for our left side. So again, you want to find that knee is in line with the outer chest, and then the heel is in line with the outer hip. Take your left hand behind this time, cupping the fingertips down. And then inhale, you'll be reaching the right hand up again, bending into the right elbow, send the right elbow in. Inhale, really lengthen the chest upward. Exhale, you generate the twist by creating the resistance. Very good. Stay for 5. Stay rolling the shoulders down. So when you do the twist, a lot of time we are creating the tension in the neck and the shoulders area, which we'll be doing like this, and then the belly cannot be really turned out. So you really want to find your comfortable position from here. For another 3 breaths, for 2, and 1. Inhale, slowly, return to center. Exhale, gently release. Unfolding the right leg. And so if you have the block, just take the block out. And then let's come forwards into the cat and cows. So then we can rest our belly down on the floor. Once you're in that position, gently stretch the legs back. And you very slowly lying down onto the belly. Very good. So from here, we are getting into the prawn position, which is toning our abdominal muscles. You can just rest your chin onto your palms first and getting yourself ready mentally and physically. And so from here, in the next breath, you'll be stretching your arms forwards, having your palms facing down only. And you can keep your legs relaxed, like slightly apart or so. In your next breath, you'll be lifting the arms and the legs up at the same time. Try to really press down into the belly and stay onto the pelvis. Very good. Stay for 5, 4, relax the face and keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and exhale, lower down. Again, rest your chin onto your palms for 1 breath only. Placing your chin down onto your palms. Deep breath in, and then deep breath out. And then now the next one, releasing the hands. You'll be stretching your left hand forward only for the half bow. Here, you'll be bending into your left knee. Take the right hand back, holding on to your left foot from the inside. And for Bella, as she inhale, she'll be just lifting into her left leg with the chest by pressing down onto the left palm. And then try not to lean onto the one side. For Christine, she'll be lifting her arms and the legs again. Resting down onto the belly with the pelvis. Very good. In this one, stay flexing with the foot. You want to find that length into the front thigh. For another 5, 4, Bella can try to lift the chest more. 3, 2, 1, and an exhale. Lower down and you release. If you need extra breath, stay here. Let your breath come back to normal as you rest your chin down onto your palms. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And here we'll change side. This time we'll be stretching the right hand forwards, and then we'll be bending into the right knee, taking the left hand back, holding on to the foot. And once we're ready, inhale, lifting up. Stay with your option. Find that the strength is coming into your right leg. For 5, 4, 3, stay pressing the balls of the foot up to the ceiling. 2, 1, and exhale, lower down. Release here. Again, one breath if you want to rest. Inhale and exhale. And now we'll be coming into our bow pose, releasing the hands again. Try to keep your legs closer, and then you're slowly bending into the knees. Take the hands back, holding on to the ankles from the outside. So in this position, you want to flex into the feet so then the front thighs can be lengthened this time. Again, for our back bending, bring the focus into our front body. Once you're ready, as you inhale, slowly lifting the chest and the legs up at the same time. Think about you're using your legs to push yourself back, so then the legs are not really kicking forwards. For 10, look at Bella. Her knees are turning out, so then she is using extra strength to hold into the position. So she will be releasing first, and then taking the hands outside like this as she holds. For another 4, 3, slowly lift up again, bring the knees closer. For another 2, and 1. Exhale, very gently, lower down as you release. One breath, inhale, and exhale. And once you're ready, you can slowly turn your body facing up and then lying down onto your back. Take your time, roll over onto one side or so, or you can come back to sitting and then change your position. All right. So from here, we'll be coming into the inverted poses. Don't be panicked. You can always find your props with you. As Bella, she'll be doing the beginner's option, and then Christine should be doing the full version. All right. Let's coming into the bridge pose first. As we bend the knees, having the feet open as wide as the hips, and then keep your toes turned in, and then with the heels out, the heels can be closer towards the hips. We just keep your feet underneath the knees. Once you're ready, as you inhale slowly, sending the pelvis up towards the ceiling. And if you want, you can interlacing the fingers. So keep your palms underneath the hips, or you can even use your palms to support your back. Or you rest the elbows down on the floor, really adjust the shoulders. Tip of your shoulders resting down, as well as the back of the neck and the head. Stay inching the chest towards the chin. Very good. For 5, make sure the knees are not turned out. For 4, stay lifting upwards. 3, 2, 1. Inhale first, release the hands. Exhale very gently, lower your hips down. Very good. All right, now we'll lengthen the lumbar area as well as our hamstrings again. We'll be keeping our arms just by the side of our body. As we inhale, sending the knees towards the chest. So you'll find that your hips are rolling forward, so then the whole spine stay onto the floor, especially the lower back. You don't want to have the curl like this. Once you're ready, as we exhale, gently straighten the legs upwards into a vertical line. Try to flex the feet here as we're pointing the toes towards the body. The back thighs will be lengthened again, just keeping the legs perpendicular to the floor. We're not doing overstretch like this, so then the hips are popping up. Stay there with your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And from here, we'll be coming into the shoulder stand. So as Kristen will be doing the full version and Bella will be staying there for a while. As we inhale, lifting the hips and then bending into the elbows, you'll be resting your palms to support your back. The elbows are resting down on the floor. Try not to bring the palms to support the lower back only. You want to keep walking the hands down towards the shoulders, so then you can really push your chest towards the chin and then the legs are straightened upward. Find your position. Some of you may find that's okay, flexing the feet will be better or pointing the toes will be better for you. So you find your position here. And for Bella, she'll be using her blocks to coming into this position. You have 2 blocks where use your cushion will bolster as she lifts her hips up, and then I will be putting the blocks underneath her hips so she gets the support and she can hold on to the blocks or so. We'll just remain the palms by the side of the body. Stay for another full breath. For 3, 2, 1. And now Kristen will be coming into the plow pose. As she exhales, very slowly lower your legs over, down, the head. And from here, try not to release the hands first. You want to see that the toes are pressing down onto the floor. So from there, you can release the hands. You can stretch your hands down with your interlaced fingers and stay walking the feet away. Very good. This pose may be intimidating for you. You can always try to bend the knees, keep your knees towards the forehead like how Bella is doing. As she will be taking her hands to support her back, so she will be giving a low try. So as she moves her legs back, she'll be having her knees bent and she'll rest her knees towards the forehead like that. Just stay without releasing the hands. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Inhale, just bring the hands to support your back first. As we want to return to a half shoulder stand, with a full shoulder stand, your option. With the support, rounding into the spine, and exhale very gently, lower your hips, and then the legs down onto the floor. If you have the block support, return to your bridge pose, and then take the blocks out, and then rest. Good. All right, now let's do the counter stretch, your fish pose. As we get our neck contracted just now, we'll lengthen, and then this time is the other way, kind of a back bending. So here, as we're placing the palms just right underneath our hips, we use our hips to press down onto the palms here. And then in the next breath, you'll be lifting the chest up like this. You're creating an arch into the spine, and then you'll be dropping the top of the head down onto the floor. Very good. Stay for 5, 4, stay lifting the chest, 3, 2, 1, and exhale very gently, lower down. Very good. Walking the hands out, and then now let's come into a twisting to really get our spine relaxed. From here, you can stretch the arms out at the shoulder side, have your palms facing up. If you have limited space, you'll be bending into the elbows, make a stop sign like this. So we'll be sending the knees towards the chest. So this is the spinal and your pelvis twist. Make sure you stay pressing down into the back body. As you exhale, very slowly move the knees towards the right elbow. Try not to turn the head. Try not to drop the thighs down on the floor. You want to stay with the knees together. Inhale, reaching back with your breath. Exhale, move to your left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale the center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, return to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Stay pressing the shoulders down. Exhale to the left. And inhale, return to center. Stay here only, just hugging the knees. Send the forehead to your knees, relaxing the whole spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale very gently, lower down. Releasing the hands, releasing the legs. Legs straight down onto the mat. Have your feet stay apart. Your arms are slightly away from your body. Palms are facing up. Have your eyes closed. Normalize your breath. Bring your neutral breath back to the normal. Have your body stay relaxed. With the inhalation, feel that your belly is rising up to your chest as a full expansion. And as you're exhaling, you're falling down from the chest to the belly. Keep sinking your whole body onto your mat. Feel your body gets lighter each time. Let your body stay in this resting position. Your thoughts free as the tensions are away. Stay with the awareness. It's just your breath, and you're relaxing your body. In your next breath, you start to waking up your body by moving your toes and your fingers. Turn your head lightly to the right and then the left. In your next breath, stretch your right arm over the head, bend with the knees, and roll over onto your right side. Stay here for a few more moments. And your eyes will remain closed. Once you're ready, with your next breath, pressing down your palms and return to your sitting position. As your spine is long, your shoulders are relaxed. Chin stays parallel to the floor. Have a deep breath in through your nose and breathing out lightly through your mouth, and you're relaxed. Next breath, bring your palms together and rub your palms. Warm your palms and cup your eyes. Have a few blinks. Very softly open up your eyes. Look at your palms and sending the palms to your heart center without joining. Very good. Thank you for joining me again. Enjoy your practice.